This is live. What is this, Lady Ada?
Hey, everybody, and welcome to our Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Chantel, this is the time to shine. It's me, Lady Ada, Mr. Lady Ada, here at the Adafruit Factory. We do our design, manufacturing, testing, shipping, and all the good stuff that you know and love. But you, the viewer, the participant in the show and tell, you are going to show off your project for the next half an hour. We're here till 7:50 or so.
The maker, the artist, the crafter,
Makers,
the engineer.
artists, the dreamers of dreams.
Yeah.
Whatever you're building, we want to see it. We also have some Adafruit folks who are going to show off what they're working on.
Yep.
Please mute your mic till we call on you. Take it away, Tony D.
Tony D, what you got going on this week?
Hey, yeah, so more fidget spinner fun. Basically, last week I was showing off I want to build a tachometer, something that can measure the speed that a spinner will spin around at using just Circuit Playground. And so I was showing some basic demos of reading from the light sensor, because you can detect when the light bounces off of one of the arms of the spinner, when it's near the sensor, you get a brighter reflection, whereas when there's nothing near this sensor, you don't get as bright of a reflection. So I showed how you can see this really cool big sine wave signal, and I just did the code to actually measure that and calculate the speed. So let me change real quick to a different camera so you can see, and hopefully this is showing the right way. Basically, I have a Circuit Playground. This is the Express board, and it's just connected to one of the LED backpacks. This is just so I can print out what the speed or the revolutions per second of the fidget spinner are. And so these LEDs are lit up because they're right next to the light sensor. So I'm going to spin my spinner, and I just hold it above the light sensor like this. And you can see it's actually showing the speed of it. So 16 revolutions per second, right, like that. Hopefully it's showing the right direction. I don't know if it's got the camera flipped or not. But it's pretty cool in that this is, you know, I'm not touching the board. I'm just holding this above the light sensor, and it's that reflection that's picking up, and it's able to detect how fast that sine wave moves. And kind of, I mean, not so clever, but it's just a typical frequency detection algorithm. This Friday, I'll do a video where I'll dive into kind of how that algorithm works. And if you're curious, you can see the code, and I'll do a guide on this also so that folks can play with it. But it's basically a way to measure the speed of your physical fidget spinner. You can't measure the digital fidget spinner that I did, though, because that one has no moving parts, but kind of a cool project.
Okay, cool.
All right. Thank you so much.
Spinning, spinning.
Next up, Scott, what you got going on?
Hi. I have two calls to action because the DSP one went so well. First, released CircuitPython 1.0 release candidate 2.
Yay.
Lamora, you did awesome testing, and we fixed a bunch of bugs.
Actually, here's something interesting that people may not know. Part of what makes me an okay developer is I hit every bug. I am so good. I was like doing the PWMs. I hit, like you said, you hit every single timer that was like not configured the right way. And I'm like, yay! Like, I just have the worst luck.
Or the best luck.
And then that makes it the best luck because I hit every single bug.
Yeah, and
usually
you file a great bug report, so it's really easy for me to come along and then fix the code that
my bug report's like, Scott, this doesn't work. I don't know why. Here's my code fix.
Hey, providing code is something
That's true. The bar's low. Okay, so what are you working on?
That's the first thing. The second thing is I'm a little distracted this week from CircuitPython because I got a dev board for an FPGA chip, which would be super cool if it was on a feather. And so what this is a newer version of a chip that is has an open source toolchain for FPGA development, and I'm trying to reverse engineer the newer one because it's way more accessible. It's nice and small. It's not ball grid array. So if you are an FPGA person, please email me, scott@adafruit.com. And if you want to help out do that reverse engineering, I'd be very grateful.
And you're not starting from zero, right? You have a little bit of something.
Yeah, well, the chip is very, very similar to the older ones. So there's a whole lot of work that some other really smart people have done. And so I'm basically trying to change the numbers. Like, they shifted things around a bit, but the general flow and everything is all the same. And there was actually instructions on how to add like support for another chip. I've kind of finished that part, so there's more work to do. But it's been super fun, and we could do some like really crazy Neopixel driving and stuff with this chip, which would be really epic.
Okay, so FPGA fans, reverse engineer fans, and CircuitPython tester fans.
Yes.
Email Scott at Adafruit.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Go for
Much
it.
appreciated.
Noe and Pedro.
Hey, hello, everybody. Happy week of making. Can you guys hear us okay?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So just two projects this week. over the weekend, I thought I'd put a Neopixel strip in my hat. So that's what I did to kind of, you know, celebrate and stuff. I really like it. I'm actually kind of happy with it because I've been meaning to do this for a little bit. Ever since Becky did her VU meter hat, I've been wanting to make my own. So I took some time to kind of do it. No 3D printing in this one. It's all sewing and like 3 connections. So that's it. Very, very simple. This week's project, though, however, is say hello to Boomy. Boomy is a little kind of Circuit Playground-esque character. And can I talk about the subscription box?
Yes.
That this goes with? Yes. Okay, so everybody who has waiting for their AdaBox 004, it's going to have this little guy. So you get this little pen. So we took the pen and the character Boomy and made it into a 3D printed box. So the cool thing about it is that you can kind of make these dual extruded type things by stacking colors on top of each other. So I put together a little guide that tells you guys how to do that. You basically print one color first, and then you do a little bit of scripting in your G code. So you tell it when to stop and when to start. So you can have different colors stacked on top of each other. So it starts with black, then gray, and then white. So just 3 colors to make Boomy. Cool. So you can apply that to a lot of different things like logos and things like that to get different colors. And in the inside, it's just a breadboard, the Huzzah with 8266, ESP8266, and the Music Maker Feather Wing and a little speaker. So you do a lot of cool little projects with it. We've got quite a few projects in the learning guide that are coming out.
Yeah, one of the coolest one is our fridge has if this then that. So every time we brew coffee on it, it starts booming, singing.
Yeah, so it's really useful.
I like that this AdaBox comes with a bit of a treasure hunt, which is you have to find a 3D printer somewhere.
Yeah,
which is cool.
We'll be releasing the SVG files as well, so it's sized to the little empty box that comes with the AdaBox.
A little 2D print template, so you guys can print it out because you do get a little kind of blank imaginary box that you can play with. A little cardboard box. It's a real box.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
For the video tonight. Okay, JP.
Hey, how you doing? I've got actually a couple things. I just realized since you guys were showing your Boomy that I have a guide that just came out, which is my little project using the AdaBox, and this is a Wi-Fi music alert box. This is the little cardboard box that our kit comes in that you can use to make your project inside of, and then I also put a cute little pin there of our Boomy character. And this project, if you check it out, it shows you basically how to configure the Music Maker MP3 shield on the ESP8266 Feather along with the Adafruit IO service, and I used the IFT service so that I have a bunch of different things, like a new blog post comes out from Adafruit, I get a song that plays on here. If there's a mention on Twitter, I get a song on here, and so on. So I have about 12 different things. I don't have a cool refrigerator like those guys have. That's pretty sweet. But if the temperature gets really hot inside my house, which it is happening right now in Southern California, I get a different song that plays on here. So that's my little Wi-Fi music alert box. Go check that project out. And then I also just published a learning guide a couple days ago and a video today for my haunted radio. So the haunted radio project is a vintage radio, a tube radio, which I show you how to update it with a feather. In this case, I've got an 8266, ESP8266 in there, along with the Music Maker shield. And what I'm doing is I'm reading a magnet that's on this little dial, if you can see this here. As I move the dial, it will at one point cross a Hall effect sensor, and that'll cause a particular sound file to play. So I've actually grafted this into the on-off switch. Let me turn it on. Okay, if you can hear that, that's just playing static right now.
So you actually made an MP3 file with static on it.
Yeah, I made a static-filled MP3 file. Actually, I got to credit my friend Michael Borys, who built that for a project we're working on together for a sort of escape room type of project. And now when I bring my tuner to that station, now it's playing a pre-prepared audio file. In this case, I have a track from a speech by Amelia Earhart that I thought was kind of cool. So I'm going to turn that off. And another little thing that I show in the video, which is a kind of a trick I use all over the place, particularly for props and magic tricks, is just using these little Hall effect sensors and a magnet to trigger things. So here I've got a, let's see if you can see that. This is a, whoops, that magnet likes to grab it. So this is the Metro Express M0, and it happens to have a Neopixel built onto it, which I really love. So I'm just showing here, the magnet gets not too far away from it there, and we get a little trigger. And this is super useful when you have things that are embedded inside of objects that you want to trigger with the end of a magic wand or with a little secret magnet that you have in your sleeve. So I really like using these. They're dead simple. It's like $2 for a Hall effect sensor. You use a resistor, some wire, and you've got a really reliable button that never takes any wear and tear. And as long as you know which side of your magnet activates it, you can trigger things all over the place.
Okay.
Outstanding. All right.
Sweet.
Keep moving along. Get a lot of
Hall
folks
effect
tonight.
tips. I'm going to put that in.
Erin, rainbows.
Hello.
Hello.
So this week I'm asking for a little bit of help from the community, I guess. I'm starting up a project where I want to make a bunch of really sort of fun, beginner, beautiful projects that anybody can make. Anybody who maybe doesn't have a lot of experience with electronics. A couple examples I've come up with. I made a little bottle. It's pretty. I can turn it on and it glows with little fairy lights inside, which is just beautiful. It's got glitter and sparkles and cellophane. It took me 5 minutes to make and it cost less than $10. I want to come up with some more projects like this that that maybe are really affordable and affordable enough that people can give them away. I find that a lot of my friends love my light up necklaces and things like that, but if it's a $50 light up necklace, it's hard to give that as a gift to everybody. But coming up with different ideas. Here's another little one, which is it's just a little scrapbook tube. Very cool, with little lights inside. And the lights can come on and off. It's a magical little potion bottle, which is pretty fun. It would be really fun to add to a project, maybe put a few on a bracer. One more is a little light up necklace. Again, using this really super simple, it's just an on-off switch strand of fairy lights. I have a bunch of ideas for this, but I'd love to know if anybody else has ideas or cool things they've made for giveaways, things that you could give your Burning Man camp or things that you can make with your kid, maybe for less than $5, $10. So if you do, please leave a link in the comments and or send me some of your ideas in the comments, and I'd love to add them to the tutorial if it works out.
Awesome. Yeah. So basically, just Erin and I chat about this, like stuff without Arduino, without a microcontroller, something where it's a crafting type project, but has an electronic twist to it. But we want something a little bit more exciting than a throwy. I think throwies are covered, so taking that for the next level. So projects that have off the shelf stuff. So if you've seen things and you're like, oh, I saw this thing, it would be such a cool maker project. It has, like those fairy lights, they're so easy to mod and hack and stuff and modify. So anything like that, please let us know. We want to have a cool guide with a lot of beginner projects for people. Sweet. Okay. Is that it, Erin? I think that's it. Okay. Erin's also Wonder Woman. Look at how cool Erin's room is. She's got the Wonder Woman shirt and a rainbow. Awesome. Okay. Looking good. Okay. Next up, let's see what's up with Sally Byers. Hey, you made it.
Hey, Sally, how's it going? Good to see you.
We can't hear you. We can see you.
Oh, it's going to be Maker Charades. So I think Sally has her new craft room, and I think she was going to show us around.
We can just see the craft room. So this is your new room. They built this extension. Oh, it's beautiful out.
Oh, yeah, before it was under construction. So you got skylights?
You got skylight.
Yeah. All right, and then I see some stuff behind there.
Okay, ooh, more wow, more skylights.
That's neat, so you can work on stuff during the day and use lights.
It's really well lit. Look at how many windows.
Okay.
There's storage.
And this is where all forms of fabric and apparel get turned into light up forms of fabric.
Storage bins.
Yep.
Fabric.
Yep.
Piles.
Wow.
There's a sewing machine. It's a nice sewing machine.
This is well organized.
Yeah, this is pretty nice. And then you got your dress form with more lighting. You've got trees where you live, which is pretty cool.
It's bigger than every apartment I've ever lived in.
This is basically a one bedroom in New York.
Yeah.
I like that you also have blinds, and the blinds are they're lovely. They're not heavy duty blinds.
Yeah. All right, very cool, Sally. As you make some of your projects, send us some notes and some photos of your new space, especially as you get some stuff lighten up. Okay.
Okay, cool. All
right, next up.
Jeffrey.
Hey, Jeffrey. I don't know if that's really Jeffrey. Hey, unmute your mic and show us your project.
Hi.
I'm Hazel. And
hey, Hazel.
Hey, Hazel.
The background.
Okay, Hazel's friend. This is Hazel's time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I want to show off this creeper nightlight thing.
Well, that's a creeper. So that's from Minecraft. It's the bad character.
Yes, it's awesome. I actually won this. It's this Pimer. I can't pronounce that.
They say Pimoroni.
You say Pimoroni. I say Pimoroni.
Scroll Fat HD. And thank you for it.
Yay! Congratulations.
And so we 3D printed these covers to make it green.
Oh, cool.
It was a little too big.
Uh-huh.
This one didn't really fit on.
But it looks, I like the diffusing. It makes it green. It does work.
Yeah. This one was like faded out a little bit.
Hmm.
This one was okay.
Looking good. Getting there.
Yeah. And then my favorite one, what made it so clear is that it's the epoxy.
Oh.
And I think this one looks really cool, but it's a little hard to get on.
I have a question. So how did you draw the creeper? Did you use Python, or how did you make that appear?
I wrote all the code for the coordinates for the Python.
Uh-huh.
For each individual pixel.
So you had like a graph paper, you drew each pixel, and then you just said this pixel's at 1, 2, 1, 3, and then you just put that in?
Well, we used Excel and drew it in Excel, and then I went into Atom and used Atom to write Python and write the coordinates and everything.
Okay, cool. All right, so we even know your favorite editor. Okay, so and then you put it onto the Raspberry Pi, and then what's your next step? So you got the 3D printed. Are you going to animate this? You're going to do more characters? What's your next step?
Well, I might actually like modify this model and like modify it so that there's a little like indent for the wire to go out,
Mm-hmm.
like little hole for the wire to come out, and maybe like turn it into like an actual nightlight and have it not have this very long wire.
Mm. Okay, it's a little scary to have a night. I mean, I guess the creepers come out at night. Okay, well, congratulations. You've done it. Ah!
Yeah.
Ah!
So Hazel, your folks email support@adafruit.com and we'll send you an as seen on show and tell sticker. Yay!
Nice work.
All
Lovely
right.
glasses too. Thank you, Hazel.
Next up, 8-bit. Hello, 8-bit. Unmute your mic and show us your project.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound great.
Yay! Okay. So my project was a Raspberry Pi 3 and a Game Boy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And this LED that I had, I burnt it out.
Okay.
So I screwed that up. But I have some more LEDs that I took off of my board here that I'm going to use for a controller.
Okay.
It's just the board for the joysticks.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put another board on here that actually fits in the Game Boy.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm going to take a, where is it? There it is. So I'm going to take a little LCD screen and I'm going to take LCD, not capacitive because this is going to be just a Game Boy. But I'm going to do that with the Raspberry Pi 3 joysticks, and it's just going to be a little portable game console.
Okay.
Very cool.
Sounds like a plan.
Well, there's plenty of room on that for an as seen on the show and tell sticker, so you can collect it now.
I'm
later.
actually going to say, you know what? I think 8-bit also deserves a blue smoke monster because he blew up the LED.
Yeah. When you email support@adafruit.com, you get an as seen on show and tell sticker and ask for a Sparky the Blue Smoke Monster badge.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Good work.
Congratulations on burning out that LED.
Yeah.
I burnt out like 10 others.
Well, then you really deserve that
Yeah.
blue smoke
See?
monster.
There you go.
Sticker.
It's like one of those yogurt cards. You just keep, adding on the card until you get the final one. Then you get the Sparky badge. All right.
Okay.
We're gonna go to Scott, and
Hey,
then
Scott.
we'll wrap up with Rebecca. Hey, Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Hey.
So I just moved into a new house in California, and I haven't gotten used to the garbage schedule yet. So I would always forget to bring the garbage cans out, which makes a smelly mess around the house. And, and what happens is the garbage man comes at like 6 in the morning. So I always see him leaving. It's like, bye.
No.
So I decided to laser print this box and then laser print this little sign that says, take out the garbage. And then I have an 8266 feather inside that has a clock, and it says, on Thursday night, it turns red at 8 o'clock, so I know to take out the garbage. And then when I take it out, I can push the button, push the top, and it turns green to know that I've actually done it.
Yeah.
So the bottom of this is basically sitting on a couple of switches that have Neopixels underneath that turn color. So, and it's battery operated, so power goes out, I still remember to take out the garbage. So.
Yeah, I have a million little things to keep life going.
Exactly. Right.
I love it.
Excellent work. I'm glad you didn't say, well, I didn't get a chance to cut the garbage. So I made a thing that just burnt it all. I'm glad you didn't do that.
Maybe next time, yes.
Yeah, next one.
What I like about this is like sometimes Phil and I talk about heirloom electronics, like electronics that you can leave down to like the next generation.
Yeah.
Right.
So as long as humans live on this earth, we will have to take out the garbage.
Yeah.
Your project is good for at least 2 centuries.
Gather around, grandkids. I've been taking out the trash with this for
this is good forever.
70 years. Yeah.
You don't have to worry. There will never be any technological replacement for taking out the garbage. That we will always have to do.
Yeah. Well, it'll also maybe call the garbage drone one day or something. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
I was thinking it'd be really cool to like put like a little tracking device in every single garbage truck and know when it's getting close and like warn you that it's getting close. But
not ready yet.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right. Well, email support@adafruit.com and the ever-giving box of garbage removal can have a sticker.
All right. Well, tell us if that works out for you, by the way.
Okay, Rebecca. Play us out.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
I think my internet's actually working this week.
Happy summer.
Yeah, it's summer. It's still summer. I've been out for a month, and I'm tired. But last week when my internet wasn't working, I was trying to tell you that I tried an Arduino. Using some. Oh no! Did my internet die?
Your internet's a little slow. But we can hear you now.
We can hear you.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my internet dies sometimes. I was testing Arduino shields, and someone else was helping me put them on, and they put on a shield wrong, and that shorted out the circuit, and the Arduino started smoking.
Yay!
And that was bad. Yeah, so that was bad.
Or a great learning experience.
But it's a good learning experience that I should always do work myself. But then the second thing is tomorrow I'm hosting an event for National Week of Makers at my local library.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be printing demos, and we are making little booklights in souffle containers. So I have a switch hooked up to an LED and a battery, and it just lights up.
Cool.
So that'll be fun. I have 20 kids signed up to do this, so it'll be fun.
Awesome.
And my third very quick project, I have like 3 things because I do a lot, is this, but it's a Raspberry Pi photo frame that'll automatically switch photos every 5 minutes. And it will automatically boot up to full screen Google Photos and automatically switch. And that's about it.
Okay, cool. Sounds like you're an exciting life. It's not boring at all.
Okay. Email support@adafruit.com, and we'll send you an As Seen on the Show and Tell sticker. Thank you much, Hazel, and Jeffrey,
Hazel,
Rebecca, Sally, Scott, all the Adafruit remote team members, all the folks who make this show, and this one of the most exciting, fun, uplifting, elevating, heartfelt thing that we get to do every week. So thank you so much. We'll see everyone on Ask an Engineer in 4 minutes, and we'll see you here next week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
All right, cheerio.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Look, look at this.
Woo. Unicorn time.
That's cool. They get the 2 unicorn things.
Unicorn pals.
I like how Hazel's shirt matches her glasses.
And her unicorn horn.
Hazel's cool.
Hazel's cool.
Okay. Later, everybody.